Hey, if you're just tuning in, what's going on? All right. Oh, now to get back to work. God, dude. Here we go. One of these days, Forza will get the attachment nodes right. But that day ain't today. Let's see here. Here. Blow this up real quick. Yeah, if you periodically see me stop for any reasons, because I'm trying to look at my references here. What's up, Blizzy? Currently working on the oh, you're drawing a blank now all of a sudden. Jesus Christ. Z-Max. It's that 4-lane drag strip out there in Carolina. I just up and decided to start doing it last night, so this was all in I mean, hell, I'm probably like 7-8 hours into it now, maybe, but kind of show you. You have your entry here. And again, I'm only like I said, about 8 hours into it. And then I figured I'd go ahead and do a dirt track here too, because it's they have one of these nearby. So I got that all measured out. Not exactly sure what I did here, but for some reason it started copying everywhere. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll do that right there. Shit. Getting tired. I got like chronic yawns right now. I can't quit yawning. No, god dang it. Go back and grab that. The best way to do away with the time limit is so when you're creating your route, like for example, like obviously you see I'm just kind of driving around aimlessly right here, but when you want to increase the time that you're allowed per event, you have to create a really long route. So like what I would do is I would drive for 8 miles and then I would set a checkpoint. And the reason why you want to set a checkpoint and not a finish line is so that if you come back in to ever edit something, you can spawn at the next checkpoint and then start from there to continue creating your build. Otherwise, if you don't put a checkpoint and you just put a finish line, if you ever have to go back in and re-edit it, you have to then turn around and redraw the whole route again. So just something to kind of keep in mind. If it takes me a second to respond, because I got the monitor that my chats are rolling on right now, or they're behind me, so I don't see it for a couple minutes at a time. Got you says, I got you, I heard making a circuit also helps. Also, what's the best type of race to build? Okay, so in regards to Event Lab Island, so I actually avoid that map at all costs right now because for some reason or another, Playground Games didn't necessarily make that map for free roam purposes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be building in Mexico. I mean, I would, because I mean, honestly, like if I could, I would rather be building an Event Lab Island, simply for the fact that consistency, right? I mean, like you get a lot more props and all kinds of shit, but you're not going to be able to prevent ghosting when you do Event Lab Island. In regards to, yeah, in regards to making a circuit, yeah, you could do the circuit too. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that, but if you do a circuit, essentially what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make it to where people have to go through X amount of checkpoints so many times to complete the event. Where normally, if you see on a lot of my maps, what I'll do is I'll have one initial checkpoint that you have to hit and then the finish line. No matter how long the route is, you just hit that one checkpoint and then the finish line, you're done. Unless it's a timed event. Now, if you're trying to set it up to where when you go through checkpoints and shit, it shows your time and displays that, then yeah, you're going to have to drive in circles and placed. I mean, you figure I do about 4 checkpoints a lap because you'll have starting time, your starting time, and then your eighth or quarter, and then you'll have 2 reset checkpoints that you'll have to hit, and then when you come back to the fourth, you'll start the time again. Yeah, same here, man. I mean, that's what kind of calms me down, right? It's just building. There's no drama. It's troubleshooting. It gets the little gears running in the head and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Especially being an artist all my life, it's kind of one of those things where being able to do this, the one thing I like the most about it is I could sit here, create art, think of ways of, improving myself, right? And then be able to share it with everybody. I mean, like, that's having the ability to do that it's what I would imagine like a game dev has to feel when they create a good game and it's successful, right? Because they're just like, like that's my creation out there doing good. And that's how I feel when making my maps and shit, being able to share it with everybody. Of course, you get the haters and shit who are like, oh, your maps are ass, but they can't fucking draw a stick figure. So at the end of the day, who's really at loss here? Yeah, and again, it's just I really wish Playground Games, man. I really wish they would have given us the ability to build on Event Lab Island with free roam, simply free roaming as a thought. Like, you take like the whole Forza Motorsport concept of track meets, right? Like, if if they could have it set up to where, let's just say, a map is server based or whatever, you could just hop into that map and just enjoy yourself, right? Like, it should allow for the player count to be higher, um, because you're really not rendering anything else in other than what you've created. So the player count should at least go up to 16, hell, even 32. Depending on what kind of mode you're going for. But they made Event Lab Island to where you have to create a racing circuit to be able to do anything with it. So it's just like, unless you have like a route in mind or something like that, like, sure, you can build a whole city, but you're gonna go ghost. At least as far as I know, I haven't seen any tricks to do anything else. But yeah, definitely a lot to keep in mind though. I mean, it's another one of those things too, right? Where it's like when you're building a map, uh, you're sitting there and you're asking yourself like, where is my play zone? Like, where do I want the people to be? What am I going to use for divides in said area? They like, yeah, there's a ton of shit to keep in mind. Another thing that drives me nuts too is the way they did the attachment nodes in this is just diabolical work. Actually, I'll do it like this. Pro mod type race, yeah, I have tried that. Actually works out really good for the most part. The only thing that sucks about them for the most part is that it's kind of one of those whoever has the most power wins, but it all boils down to treeing the other person and all other kinds of stuff, but yeah, I have a couple. I actually have a couple maps that are labeled as Pro Mod. Watch, I'm gonna come down out of this view and this thing's gonna be probably all jacked up. Stack the NOS. Yeah. So yeah, if you're creating a pro mod map, yeah, you have to increase gravity for that. So essentially, it sounds wild, but the actual pro mod or the pro stock in the game, that car actually has a gravity modifier on it when you have the drag tires. And that's just on the base map. That's why that car is the way it is. Because if you put the drag tires on and you try to launch in dirt, you'll find that the car is very good at launching in dirt. But if you put dirt tires on it, it's horrible. The car just becomes absolute trash. So yeah, that's kind of what even Forza themselves kind of do, that the same concept where they just increase the gravity for that certain set of tires on that car. Let's see here. Need to do. Yo. Oh shit, hold on. Yo, what up? God damn it. Hey, you know, ain't nothing wrong with Geo Tracker now. You just gotta know how to drive it right. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, for sure. Stupid. Oh, I'm streaming too, by the way. Just throw that out there. Hey, stupid. That's right. Uh, hell yeah. Stupid. Right. No, mm, right. Oh, really?
Cool, like sub. You got 3 grand. You want to build something, and that's gonna last the next 5 years. And you like to go camping and stuff like that, dude. It's like the best bang for your buck, redneck
Well, the nice thing is
chuck.
too,
Like
right? Is like I mean they got a short wheelbase. You can modify it and not feel bad. You know.
it's yeah, it's a locker system, so like you don't have to worry about vacuum locks or electronic locks or anything like that.
Right. It's just it is what it is.
It's like the best. Yeah, and I'm old school. Yeah, it's nice to be able to
Well, the
hit
nice
a
thing is
button
too,
or
right?
turn a
Is like I
knob
mean
or
they got
remove
a
a
short
lever
wheelbase.
and
You
your
can
shit just
modify it and not
automatically be
feel bad.
locked in. That's cool, but don't nothing humble you than getting stuck thinking you're gonna make something through it and then having to get out, dig your lockers out, and then lock them, and then still fight to lock them because there's dirt in them now.
Yep.
That you do that once or twice, and you'll start looking at holes where you hit them mugs.
Right. Start learning real quick what not to do.
Yeah, I had a 85 Bronco too that was like that with a little V6 in it.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Humble,
fuck a set of manual lockers.
humble you real quick, didn't it?
I did it in sand though. It wasn't no fun.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been. I mean, I've been stuck in some deep ruts. I mean, I was like framed out on it, but I don't think I've never been stuck in sand. I feel like that would suck.
Man. Well, I didn't know that
Cause,
it was sand. It looked like hard ground. It was just the rest of it was clay, but I guess where all the wash off had washed to the bottom of the junkyard,
right.
like that one spot was nothing but soot. It's like standing in a lake or something. You know what I mean? It looks like hard ground, but you step on it and your foot goes 2 foot in it.
Damn.
I rode the motherfucking thing right off in there like, oh, I'm okay. I'm in two wheel. What? Oh, I went straight down. Like that one spot was nothing but soot. It's like
Yeah,
standing in
man.
a lake or
I
something.
haven't had a good off-road session.
It
in a
looks like
while.
hard ground, but you step on it and your foot goes 2 foot in it.
Been quite some time.
Well, shit. I rode the motherfucking thing right off in there. Oh, is Expeditions multiplayer yet? Well, shit.
Wasn't it already? I think it was multiplayer. Was it?
Well,
Was it
here
not?
I'm gonna run in here and and get a shower.
Yeah.
And when I get out, I'll if you want, we can hop on Expeditions and well shit, fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever. No, I'm just like I said, I'm just streaming that building this map real quick. We can do whatever. I think it was multiplayer.
As long as it's called Marina. I'm gonna run in here and get a shower. Terry, come on, man. As many times. I'm not gonna pressure you on live, but
just call the marina. Come on.
The fucking marina, damn it. It's wetter than hell. As long as it's called marina. I tell you what, that track's slicker than the dew on Hank Hill's mower. Come on, man. As many times.
Imagine that's pretty damn slick.
That's slicker than shit.
Call the marina. Come on,
the fucking marina. All right, so anyway, yeah, it's Corvette Terry and Pontoon Terry, aka, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like and subscribe button on Wee Man Gaming. I'll be back. Peace out.
Imagine that's pretty damn slick.
That's slicker than shit.
Call the marina. Come on, sir.
All right, so anyway, yeah, it's Corvette Terry and Pontoon Terry, aka, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like and subscribe button on Wee Man Gaming. I'll be back. Peace out.
Imagine that's pretty damn slick.
That's slicker than shit. All right, so anyway, yeah, it's Corvette Terry and Pontoon Terry, aka, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like and subscribe button on Wee Man Gaming. I'll be back. Peace out.
That'll work. What's up, Diesel? Hell yeah, man. Oh, I appreciate that. Which map's your favorite so far out of the onslaught of maps I got? I appreciate that. Which map's your favorite so far out of the onslaught? There's a lot of I know a lot of people will use like the pad and stuff like that, but hell yeah, man. Oh, I appreciate that. There's so many maps I got. Which map's your favorite so far out of the pad and stuff like that, but onslaught maps I got? I appreciate that. There's so many maps I got. Which map's your favorite so far? I feel like this map here will be when it's done. It should be a pretty big map too. I know a lot of people will use in regards to popularity, but and stuff like that. Like this map here. I don't know. It's kind of wild. Like there's so many maps. Some of these bigger maps. I mean, hell, even with like with the amount of time that I put into them, it's kind of crazy in regards to like the return on it. This map here will be because it should be a pretty big map too. I find that like more people, I mean, they'll still like. It's almost like a lot of people don't know that there's many maps that I have outside of just the pad, because you know I got like St. Louis Gateway, which is another one of my bigger maps. And then like Bradenton, which that map is huge. I mean, with the amount of time that it took to do those maps versus, you know, the amount of play time I see those maps, you know, get or even not get, it's kind of wild. It's interesting. And then like Bradenton, which that map is huge. I mean, with the amount of time that it took to do those maps versus, you know, the amount of play time I see those maps, you know, get or even not get, it's kind of wild. It's interesting. Bradenton, which that map is huge. I mean, with the amount of time that it took to do those maps versus, you know, the amount of play time I see those maps, you know, get or even not get, it's kind of wild. No, this looks stupid, but if there's one thing in my maps, yeah, sure, I know I make like, I know I make little things like catch your car and stuff like that and flip you through the air, but one of my biggest pet peeves is when you have a spot in a wall or something that just stops the car dead. I hate the way that looks. It even feels. There's one thing in my maps, yeah, sure, I know I make like, I mean, I don't encourage wall riding either, but just want to make sure that the wall doesn't have any weird spots where it just stops the car. Part of the troubleshooting process. Yes, like right there. I don't like that. I don't encourage wall riding either, but one of those little things you gotta take into consideration. Just want to make sure that the wall doesn't have any weird spots. There's another spot there. Another catch. Part of the troubleshooting process. Yes, like right there. I don't like that. Let's do this. One of those little things you gotta take into consideration. See, it's not bad to have it overlap this way, but if it overlapped, if this one was further out over here, that'd been a bad thing. Echoing? Hold on one second. Where would I be? It's not bad to have it overlap this way. See if that corrected the echoing issue for right now. I guess let me know, because I'm not hearing it on my end. Maryland's your home track? Yeah, there's so many maps I want to add, and I actually have quite a long list of maps that I'd like to do on the next installment of Forza. Let's see, actually, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, probably be a good idea to save my place here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what that deal is. It's something in the software on my computer is picking up an echo or something. Yeah, so like, oh, please don't freeze. All right. So like this here is something that you also got to kind of take into consideration when I have this many maps. I'm running out of storage space. And so I'm at a point now where every time I go to save a new map, it's telling me I got too many saves. So I'm having to go in here, go to an old version, delete it, and pray to God I don't delete the wrong one. Then come back in, make another save. Yeah, and now I'll continue to work, and then eventually I have to go back in there and do the same thing. I have to go delete another save and so on and so forth. But like Maryland, there's a couple tracks out west that I'd like to do. Again, I just haven't really had the. I don't have any space on my Xbox anymore. It's a lot of the reason why I slowed down making maps too, is because I have a whole nother profile. It's just like it's just Weedman. So it's like WO Weedman OW. It's my other account. Like, but if you hop on there, or if you go to search that name as the creator, you'll see I got like 2 dirt tracks and then something else on there. But it's just hindering, man. Like I can't. I'm at a point where it's like, I could continue making maps on this profile because it's what people know. But dude, I'm just running out of so much space. And so a lot of these maps, like let's just say Maryland, for example, that's a map I'd like to do on the next Forza. Like when everything's like still fresh in people's minds and stuff like that. But God only knows when they plan to release it. Hell, at this rate, it'll probably be in like 2027 or something. Oh my God, I did not mean to do that. Go back. Oh yeah, appreciate that heads up too on the echoing, Blizzy. Oh really? World Cup Finals. What kind of car do you have, if you don't mind me asking on that? Gotta correct that little bit right there. Oh, that's badass, dude. Yeah, I'd like to put mine in. I'd like to put my car in a competitive class, but I still gotta get all the kinks worked out. And then before that, I need to get a cage because I'm not gonna be able to do anything truly competitive until I get a cage in it. That's really the only reason why I haven't traveled with the car much either. Because I know the second I break out, they're gonna be like, "Well, you're too fast, dude." Yeah, this map's got one flaw that I already am kind of annoyed about. Has nothing to do with what I've done, but essentially it's what the game's doing to the road surface. The same thing happens on the big end at Bradenton too, so it's no surprise. The race is pretty much already over by the time you hit it. But essentially it's trying to clip the ground below it. It's like kicking up dirt. I don't know why it's doing that either. Let me see how that looks. Could you possibly select all the props at once? Yes, you can to a degree. So like, for example, how it says prop selected in the top right corner. So you see every time I select one, it puts that count up, so I could only select up to 100. Which, the issue with that is like, let's just say I come down here and I select this. Here, hold on. See, if I select that, boom, it's already maxed out just by grabbing one thing. So it's okay so long as you don't, so long as the thing that you're trying to grab isn't already a quote-unquote prop or a prefab, I guess, put it that way. Turning my fan on too. If that comes through the mic, just let me know. Yeah, I mean, was there something very specific you were trying to do? As in, like what? Grab like the whole map as a whole and like relocate it or something? Because you could do that, but you would have to grab sections at a time and then puzzle it back together wherever you're trying to put it. That's what you're trying to do. Which, as you can tell, by just grabbing this one piece of wall isn't going to benefit me much if I have to move all this shit clear across the map. Now you could save it everything as a prefab, so like, for example, I can come in here and, well, let's see here. I'll just for the sake of showing you. Hold on. Oh shit. So let's say I come in here. Hold on. Dogs are idiots. Alright, I'm back. But yeah, so you figure, yeah, I mean, I'll only be able to grab, I might be able to grab at least half of this. And of course, you know, it wants to grab things underneath it. But yeah, so I mean, like, let's just say like this dirt track I made, I could take it in sections, save it as a prefab, and then let's just say I was going to I was going to start another map or something, and I just wanted to use an asset from here. That's how I'd go about it. But my prefabs are also full too, so I myself can't do that without deleting some of my old prefabs. It's quite annoying. Which I really hope on the next Forza, I really hope they fix the clipping points on some of these. And then another issue you guys probably see, I mean, this is going to happen with literally anybody's map, but when you're drag racing and when you pop a wheelie and your back bumper drags, you'll notice that it kicks you forward because the clipping in the ground. As far as I know, I don't think there's really a way to correct that issue unless you overlap your pieces. But in order to do it the right way, it's going to cause everything to look glitchy. So like, I'll use this for an example. So like if I were to take this and I were to perfectly put it up against this piece here, that technically is a clipping point. Now, in order to get rid of that clipping point, you would essentially take the third piece and you would put it right in the middle of it. But when you get it just right to the point to where the cars won't really drag the bumper anymore, when you go to do that, it'll start glitching, which is, I've had like this pretty much. See, I'm not even grabbing it, now it's glitching. When it's glitching like that, your surface is perfectly flat and the game doesn't know what side it wants to render, which block. Now when you do it like that, your cars won't grab. But then you're going to get people telling you that your map's all glitchy and shit. Oh, Prelude. Yeah, Prelude. I know what you're getting at. Let's see here. I think that's good enough for the dirt track for right now. Moving back over here. Let's see here. What do we got? We need to do. Could add that to this side here. Of course, I went to show the example of the ground clipping and it didn't want to do it that time. Sounds about right. Also, too, there's a setting that I'll be probably adding. I might add it to the pad, or I might just use it as an introduction for this map. But I came with a new setting that's just, it's quite wild. I am looking forward to using that. So, dude. Oh, I also too. Did you have Discord? Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I mean that's fine. No, well, the only reason why I asked is because the I went through and I redid the Discord for the page. I did it for mine, but mine's is good. I actually changed it to like the No Prep Group official page. So it'll actually be dedicated more or less to, yeah, the one that says that. But I changed the name of it. The tag will still say my name, but or not the picture. You know what I'm saying? But the name of the action. Go ahead. Oh no, you're good. I just didn't, like I said, I didn't know because I made a lot of changes to it today. Is kind of what I was getting at. A lot more simplified for everyone's use. What? Seems legit. What is it? Mm. Yeah, yeah. You gotta leave the marks. Yep. Yep. Oh, trust me. Oh, when I move out, I'm clouding my street out. The, yep. No, I'll give my final hoorah as long as the motor don't blow. You know what I'm saying? On my way out. Yep. Yep. I let that motherfucker sing on my way out. Oh yeah, just throwing up little red indicators everywhere. Pretty much. Let's see here. I think that's a pretty good little screenshot right there. Oh, let me look at that. Okay, so damn. That's like, oh, that music took a turn, didn't it? It's like, check my thing here. There we go. That's right. About what? It's funny as fuck. Well, so here's what I was thinking, right? Hear me out. What if, what if I made a drag strip in the water and just called it the marina? Oh, there's. Oh yeah, there is, but no, there's a spot I can build a track in water. Remember that? Oh yeah. Remember when Bradenton flooded and I made that kind of like a joke post. Well, so I had the TRX drag racing against a boat, but I made a little piece of Bradenton. This would have been a while ago. No, I made it. Well, no, I made a temporary map. So I literally didn't make a full map. I just made enough of a map to do a photo shoot. So so it was like so it was just the starting line, the bleachers, the tower, and then I built everything underwater. And then I had in the opposite lane I had the Dodge Ram in one lane, and I had the boat. I put a little boat prop in the other one, doing a wheelie. Oh yeah, the good old days of just simply being petty. Trying to see which one will work better. Nope, I'll just leave that as that for right now. Damn. All right, so oh, all right, there's that. Oh no, it should be fine. Going going to take forever, but hey, you know what though? To be fair, you called. Hey, boy, you called me out on Gang Beast. You only had you only had what was well deserved. Now, hey, hey, I'm still alive now. You don't get your ass busted on Gang Beast again. I ain't afraid of nobody. I mean, he could. Yeah, I mean, he can throw me off. I mean, sure, right, but like the same. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's one of those where. Oh, hell no. That's the, who says that? That's dude. Dude, I would not be able to I would not be able to breathe over that shit. That had me laughing so hard. Jesus Christ. My guy. Yeah, that's wild. What happened? Damn. Man, that would suck for the people that get enlisted active duty. Oh no, I mean I no, I get it. That's facts. I mean what you're saying, you're not wrong. I'm just saying like for those people who are like, "Oh, like I'm going to do my time." Right. Like now that you managed to make it through Basic Life 101, you're ready to cook some noodles without overboiling your water. God, God dang. Yeah, shit. Some people just need to know that they can just throw a spoon over the top to break the tension. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Oh yeah, no doubt. They're like, well, I was told that any of them work. Yeah, no, no. Yep. Don't blame that on me. It ain't my fault you can't putt. Here. So here's the thing. If you want to buy that game, I'll play that motherfucker with you. But I'm not. I can't. $70 is crazy work. $60 is crazy. 49 bucks is crazy. No, I'm actually good at. I'm not, nah, dog. I'm good at golf games. What are you talking about? Hey, no, it's funny as fuck. Hey, you know what though? If I'm ever in your area, I'm gonna bring a fucking. We're gonna. God damn. That's yeah. Don't forget to order your fucking Blue Chew, Mister Hard to get me up. God damn it. God damn it. What it'd be like to be young again. God damn. dude, dude, Theo Vaughn's a gag, dude. He's crazy. Well, that's why. You said Burke. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? I did not know that. That's a fun. That's a fun fact, isn't it? I'd say so. The more you know. Yeah, the more important question here is how. Yeah, exactly. How do you know? I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that whole Roblox situation though, because they've been catching some. They've been catching heat. Like they're selling Roblox. Oh, oh no, dude. It's a yeah. I mean, it's huge. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things too where you got to look at it from the perspective of. Oh, really? Well, no, dude. Well, just, just I was gonna say, um, just in this last week alone, China and Qatar banned it from their whole country.
Oh yeah. Well, so this guy, he's supposedly done previous documentaries on crazy shit, and he plans on doing a documentary on this whole setup.
Hmm.
Which my thing is, if you plan on doing a documentary on something, and you think it's wild enough to do a documentary on something, it's obviously not wild.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. It's one of, like it obviously needs to be talked about, right?
You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, I'd say.
Because if you watch any like and I don't even know what to call it nowadays, like internet cable TV. I don't
Oh,
know.
basic TV. Well, yeah,
Well, so like
it's
on
not.
my Samsung,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. I have Samsung TV Plus, so
Mm-hmm.
then it's like I get regular air channels, but not unless I have Wi-Fi. So it's like But anyway, um, and I seen something on there the other day about that whole situation, and once again about the documentary and shit, and how it was gonna come to be, and then the commercial come on, which they still do run regular air commercials, believe it or not, kids. That's the thing. Um, but man, they were like, "Have you or your child been something affected
Oh
by
no,
a
they.
video game or something like this?" And I'm like, "No, they done the talcum powder shit,
Oof.
but with kids and video games now." Have you or a loved one been affected by cancerous
Well,
talcum powder?
well,
No,
did you ever watch Asmongold?
I've heard of it, but I never.
So if you ever get the chance to, just watch him. Like it's usually a really good watch. You know, like he'll usually speak on things in a rather unbiased kind of way. You know what I mean? But but no, he he was like, well, let me go ahead and try Roblox for myself, right? And
What a guy!
as soon as he started it, dude, it was like he was in there
Oh my
for,
god!
was it him that was in there for like 2 minutes, and there was already a dude walking around as a chode.
I don't mean to cut you off, but this is the third time I've hit this fucking shot uphill, and I swear I've hit this same ball out of the same fucking divot for the third time now.
Does that mean you're horrible or you're really good?
The ball keeps roll. I have never in my fucking 10 years of playing golf ever seen a ball roll back to the same divot it left out of.
Yeah, it sounds like a you issue.
You know what? Get in your hole.
Sounds like a you issue, brother.
I'm flopping this whore.
Flopping it.
Fuck yeah! So it's a high arch. So when it comes down, it doesn't have any forward momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more inclined to sit and stay in dummy terms, I guess. So essentially, what happens is it doesn't crush the cell structure of the grass. And if the green is created properly and grown properly and groomed and rolled and cut as it should be, the grass will give way as a pillow, but the ball will still have forward momentum in which it will roll forward or left or right. And in which unless you have club face, which you alter upon downswing, you're not going to have any backspin. And then if you do have backspin, that creates a further loft issue and a further degree in which the divot is created. So you may get spin, you may not. But for, like I said, dummy terms, it just makes the ball sit and stay.
Ah, so you can read the notes that they put on the load screen.
No, absolutely not. Hell, this ain't Forza. What you talking about?
Damn.
Oh, he's like, you read the brochure.
For real though.
Fuck. I may be ugly, guys, but I'm kind of smart.
You golf in real life or no?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever go frisbee golfing?
Yeah, I work for a private club. That's something Bert Kreischer was talking about doing. Did you know Bert is an avid frisbee golfer?
I did not know this.
Huh? The timer's going off? Okay. Thank you, bub.
Apparently, Bert is someone we all are destined to one day be.
Is that what the chat's saying?
No, just based off what you're saying. You're so Bert.
Well, so here's my thing.
Bert does a lot.
He's a great guy. He's a fucking sweetheart. He's got a huge heart.
Yeah.
And he's genuine. Like,
yeah.
Bert is so Bert. The only person relatable to him is fucking Joe Rogan. Like, Bert is Bert outside of his career.
Right.
And a lot of comedy, like Tosh, the guy from Tosh 2.0.
Yeah.
He is not like that in real life.
Oh, like,
and that's all a front.
Yeah.
He is a sweetheart, dude. No homo. Like, the dude is the most genuine, kindest-hearted person. He's super self-kept, super private, but will give you the shirt off of his fucking back.
Right. Good energy.
You know what I mean? And, like, Bert's the same exact way. Like, Bert's just a... So Theo is kind of... And Theo... Bless his sweet little heart.
Theo is Theo.
On himself.
Right. Oh, yeah.
He's been through some shit as a human. He's seen shit that he probably shouldn't have seen, been through shit he probably shouldn't have been through, whatever.
Right.
And that's probably all of us. But in the same context, he can talk about it and make it sound sad because it still bothers him deep down. Where Bert's like, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was rolling greens this morning and I started crying. But I lost my dad in 22 to cancer in December.
Mm.
And the guy Hardy was talking about how him and his dad golf and stuff, and he was talking about how Bert and his dad, you know, they do things this, that, and the next, and how he ended up forgiving his dad when he got older, and then he cut like everything in the podcast, and he was like, all right, hey, look, everybody that's listening to this podcast right now, call your dad, call him up, tell him you love him. And I kind of lost it because I can't, you know what I mean? I can't.
Right.
And but Bert's just the most genuine fucking person on the face of this earth. He is exactly who he is and nobody else. And he owns that.
Which is also one of those things that's hard to kind of come by too, in regards to like knowing like what somebody's truly about, especially online. You know what I mean? Because obviously, because you know, a lot of these people do build themselves
a career too.
Yeah, they
like that. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they build I mean, some of these people will build their whole persona up, and then they try to live by it,
and it don't work.
And it don't work. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you know, like they have to remind themselves they are only human.
Right. And he mentioned that, and he was like, you know, I'm sure my dad's got things that he probably wish he could live out. You know, there's a dream, and it just kind of wondered. He was like, I was wondering one day, you know, what would things be like if he got to live out some, not all, but just some of his dreams.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And, you know, that kind of hit me a little hard because.
Well, because you think about all that.
Luckily enough to have a good relationship with my dad, and all my dad ever wanted was for me to be happy, and
right.
And all I ever wanted was to make him proud, and to hear people that actually care about their father, and you know, have that bond is. It gives you a little bit of hope for the world.
It does, especially. I mean, the thing is, I don't know. It's one of those things, man, where I'm blessed to be able to have a son. You know what I'm saying? One that I can be here.
I am too.
Well, one that I could be here for because, I mean, hell, my dad, that piece of shit. You know, I haven't seen him since I was 4, and the last time I saw.
See, I'm fortunate enough to not say that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't mean any type of thing by saying that. You know, I know people.
Well, that's
feel will and have good reason for the way they feel in situations.
Right.
You know, me personally, most people how they feel about their mom is how I feel about my dad.
Well,
my
seeing
mom
that
wasn't around.
Yeah, see, and that's just it. Is like, I mean, my mom, she, you know, you figure she raised me and my 3 younger brothers by herself. Where my dad, you know, my dad stole from me when I was 4. He stole my old Sega Genesis, dude, and then gave that to my brother on his side. So in other words, his other son. But yeah, no. So but again, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm blessed to have a kid, to call my own, one that obviously like finds interest in the things that I do, and you know what I'm saying, I could share life with and shit.
Right.
Because again, like I mean, mine wasn't good for any of that.
All right. And I don't know. I ain't kind of. Oh, it just come out.
Is what it is. Hey, I mean, it's keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? We're all human.
But you know what I mean? Like I mean, 6 months ago, bro. And I've said what I said, but 6 months ago, I wouldn't even. I don't know. I still don't think I'm ready to talk about stuff, but
Right.
I do feel like stuff's getting better with time,
Oh, it is, dude.
and I don't ever want to forget. You know,
Right.
I'm just tired of feeling like shit. Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was cheated, like I was robbed.
From just like was it?
Like I had my car stolen.
Yeah.
And I get it, shit ain't fair. It just fucking sucks.
Yep. I mean, it's one of those things, man. Like it sucks, but as you can.
My dad wasn't like 40 when I was born, so I mean he was still older.
Right.
You know,
How old are you now?
30.
Okay. Yeah. So
Everywhere we go, he was to introduce me to anybody. And they'd ask him if I was his grandson, and he'd kind of look at him like it's fucking stupid.
Damn. What do you mean?
Yeah. Like,
Hell no.
but like I'll always hold on to that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Make the best of it. You know what I mean? That's a memory in itself.
There's a Hardee's right up the road from where I live, and never really occurred to me years ago something that one of the first projects me and my father ever done together with the family business. The first day we started, we stopped at a Hardee's and eat, and I don't know why I remember it. I just maybe it's because I don't really remember exactly where I was at,
Right.
but I remember it, and turns out it's the Hardee's right up the road from where I live.
Oh, that you mean like that memory takes place there?
Yep.
Oh,
Same parking lot.
damn. So there's a memory I had. Speaking of a Hardee's, it's the Hardee's is no longer here, right? It's gone. But I'll I'll never forget my aunt, dude. She used to have, what was it, like it was an old S95 V6, and she thought it was a good idea to drive that fucking thing in the middle of winter. Well, the way this parking lot worked, it was like a slope straight into a busy ass road, and so I'll never forget how it felt to think I was going to die for the first time in a Mustang.
Fucking stupid.
Dude, it was like it'd have been like the slowest going out ever, because I'm like, Amanda, we're sliding to the street, and she's panicking like, I know, and I'm just like, that felt so helpless, man. It's crazy.
I never forget that. That reminds me of Daddy always had, you know, growing up, he had Corvettes and hopped up Chevrolet cars and trucks and stuff. And he had built this '85 short bed single cab truck, square body truck. He had put a old '70s Suburban motor. They had 454 in them.
Mm-hmm.
And they bored it 30 over or 60 over. And you know, so it was like a 496 or something like that. Anyway, it was all motor, all cam, no nitrous, like 602 to the wheel. Straight carb, no EFI shit. And it was just a badass fucking setup for what it was. And everything was nitrous approved and nitrous ready and stuff. And he always had stuff like that, you know, to play with. And I'll never forget, he bought a Jeep, and the first year it snowed, well, he couldn't wait for it to fucking snow. And we ended up going and riding around in the Jeep, and that was a thing for years after. Well, when I finally got old enough to drive the Jeep, he I guess finally got tired of me asking, and let me drive, and I'll never forget. I knew about drifting. Like, I had a race sim, you know, I do conceptually if the car's moving at 60 mile an hour and I'm in fourth gear and my rear wheel speed is at, you know, 140 mile an hour, and a corner is a 25 mile an hour corner. That 140 mile an hour rear wheel speed may be too much, but if I hit the rear brake and hit zero rear wheel speed, I'm going to slide forward instead of continue my contour. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought about shit to a T. And I don't know why. I was in third gear and I went from third, and we were going downhill, and I went from third to second. I don't know why I downshifted, but when I downshifted and let out of the clutch, it was essentially like pulling the fucking e-brake. And we're in this little Wrangler, about 20 mile an hour, little Wrangler Sport. Goddamn. We fucking started sliding, and we started turning left, and we're still in the middle of the road. That somebody's turned around backwards, and we're backwards down the road. And Daddy's like, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So I'm trying to like, no, clip this motherfucker, and there's snow everywhere. We end up in a ditch backwards or whatever. He don't say nothing, and I kind of just sat there and I kind of looked at him out of the corner of my eye, and he's looking straight. He's like, well, it's still running. Get us out of the ditch. What the hell are you doing? I'm like, oh, all right. I put it in 4 low, and I crawled out. But it, I don't know. It was like that was just one of the, like, I knew how to drive a stick shift before my dad tried to teach me how to drive a stick shift.
Right.
Because of wanting to learn. That's why when people say, oh, I want to learn how to drive stick. Do you though? Do you really?
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean? Or you just want to say you know how to match a pedal and pull a stick.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, if you can't tell me how a shift board, a pilot bearing, a throw-out bearing, a pressure plate, flywheel, and clutch plate all come together, then you ain't got no business even driving a manual car, in my opinion.
Yeah, 'cause you just don't understand the fundamentals to begin with.
Well, you just gonna tear shit up, and yeah, you might not stall, and you might drive it just fine. But old Terry down the road here, who drives the same fucking car but knows how to drive it, ain't got to work on his shit 6 times a fucking year.
Right.
Cause you want to damn wait and then stomp it, and then let out the gas like you wouldn't about to stall the car. Y'all ain't slick out here.
I need to do.
You see, I was also fortunate enough for my father to own a junkyard, like a full on junkyard, and so like I could go out there. I remember he had a black one, a red one, and a yellow one, and they were all Mercedes cars. Two of them had sunroof, one didn't. They were all three diesels, and some guy had all three of them and just was tired of fucking with them. And the one that actually ran, I'll never forget my daddy. He was because I told him I wanted a Mercedes. I want one of those Mercedes back there. He was like, son, if you stop at the gas station, you fill it with oil and you check the gas level. You don't want that.
It just dropped it on you like, yeah, no you don't.
Yeah, no, you don't want that, son.
You're like, dang. Well, when you put it in that perspective, maybe you're right. Maybe I don't all of a sudden.
Well, and he wasn't gonna let me have it anyway, whether I wanted it or not.
Right.
For that matter, he didn't want to get that call at 20 times a year saying, "Hey, I'm stuck. I'm getting," and I'm not gonna let mine do that.
Mm-hmm.
I want a McLaren. My fucking 9-year-old wants a McLaren so bad he can't stand it. He's all about McLaren. I'm sorry, son. Your daddy ain't got McLaren money, buddy.
Yeah. Better luck next time.
I barely got myself Corvette money, and that's barely.
Right.
So you might end up with a '98 Honda Civic EX with a sunroof, and you'll be lucky if you get electric windows and not roller windows.
Right. No doubt. It's where you gotta just tell them the bright side of things, right? Like, hey, yeah, they're manual roll up windows, but they're lightweight. Race car.
My 80s model Bronco. I got it stuck in the
What'd
sand.
you do?
I got that. I had that Bronco too.
Oh my. Are
And
you kidding me? Just walked in the door.
Thank you.
it had
Stop.
windows
Rub
in
dirt
it,
on
but
it.
it had old school like straight
Go
drive to
potty, because I
cable
think you still
type
have to go potty.
setup.
Scarlett's not
So
going
when you
to
hit that button,
And then I
it
just
had
look
better
all
been
over
on
the
track,
trying to
because if it
find
wasn't on
these
track, you was gonna
lights.
yank that motherfucker down sideways.
Were you talking to me? Because I
It
couldn't
ain't
hear you.
like
Yeah.
yeah. So
Scarlett was
it's on. It wasn't like
Okay.
that old '80s model Bronco. It wasn't like newer cars where if the window's off track, it'll stop.
Mm-hmm.
The motor ain't got enough torque to pull it down. No, you hit that son of a bitch, and if your finger was in it, you was getting it cut the fuck off, buddy.
Okay.
It was that was old Ford technology back then. Tell you what, Ford and Ford accessories. Fucking shit. Bro, I do not want to get up and go to work in the morning. I've got to get, and I don't want to fuck with this Corvette, man. Golly.